3 years ago, I created this beautiful colonial style house. Over the past 3 years, my skills have obviously improved, so watch as I give this a little bit of TLC. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, then hello and welcome to my channel. If you guys are returning, then hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Illy. I create realistic Sims 4 builds as well as playing like other games like Roblox, Minecraft, etc. So if that's something that you do enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting that post notification bell so you guys do not miss when I do another upload. Today's video, it's a little bit of a throwback. So I created this house about 3 years ago. I had blueprints for it, which, spoiler alert, most of that did not even happen from the blueprints that I created, because around this time I was about a year into playing The Sims 4, so I was still pretty new with the gaming building mechanics. It was a lot different to me than Sims 3, because that's what I had like the most content on. But yeah, I overall like the way it did come out. Even though the blueprints didn't work out, I was able to make like this sunroom that has a pool on one side and then a patio, like backyard space on the other side. So I did like the way the house did turn out. But this was also 3 years ago. This was before my 30+K mod. I have a lot of mods in CC in my game. I have about 30,000, I think. I'm not sure. I downloaded some more, especially after the game recently just broke. But yeah, I didn't have much CC and stuff in my games, so it looks quite different compared to what it used to look. Also, during the time of me recording this actual like speed build of it years ago, I didn't have any of the terrain mods or the lighting mods in my game to give it more of that realistic like feel to it, so I didn't have anything. So this is all just pretty much default Sims here. Okay, I did skip through most of like the actual like speed build of it. I didn't realize like how much I changed. Like I change a lot now, okay? So don't get that wrong. Okay, I'm very indecisive in my builds. So if you see any of my like speed builds, just know like, oh, something that I have there may not stay there. Because I eventually will either find a better place for it or I get indecisive of it, but like, I don't like the way that looks. Like originally I wanted to wrap around like staircase and then that didn't work. So then I wound up closing it off and then that did work. It was a lot. Okay, but this is pretty much me just adding like the last minute details, the little hedge that was around it, which that was a base game hedge, and I did keep it mainly because of the fact that it changes with the seasons. So it actually turned into like the orangey hedges, which just it gave that whole fall aesthetic, and it was, oh my god, it was so pretty. I'm adding the numbers. This address is 5704 Sycamore Lane, I think it was. I think I asked like my family for like name suggestions, but this was that final result. This is the house that I created 3 years ago. Now let's add some current flair to it. So I am okay. I tried to get this house out so many times. Okay, at first I was sorting through all of my CC of taking out not only fall items that I know I will still be able to use, but I also was taking out Halloween decorations, because this build was originally supposed to be up on Halloween, or at least beforehand, and that didn't happen. So then I got rid of all the Halloween decorations and I'm like, okay, I need to make it more fall themed. And this is pretty much what I came up with. I know Thanksgiving is now over. Happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. I don't know if belated is the word, but whatever. Yeah, happy like Thanksgiving, everybody. I try to get this build out on this time too, but I spent too much time in the backyard, which you guys will see. I personally love the backyard. I love this I've seen this so many times of the staircase with the pumpkins and all that stuff, and I really wanted to do that, and I'm glad that I did that because it looked really pretty. Um, it that this alone probably took about like 30 minutes, but the backyard. Oh my god, I love the backyard. So I get all of my CC out first, and I know I say this in like every single one of my videos too, but I get the CC out first and I put everything in his quote unquote designated room, and then from there I go ahead and build around what I have. It's a weird process, but normally what I do is I stare at my screen. Like once I finish the build, I stare at it. Um, and I know that sounds like so weird. I'm like putting myself out on blast right now, but yeah, I stare at my screen and I come up with an idea for the future house. And I come up with ideas of pretty much who lives here. Is it a mom or dad? Is it both? Do they have kids? Is it just a married couple? Is it a young couple? Is it just a single person that lives here? Is it like an elderly couple that lives here? Or, like whatever the case would be, like I come up with a whole storyline for a non-existent family that's supposed to be here. And that's normally how I come up with ideas for whether they're having like a party in the backyard or it's a little bit more quiet and cozy. This one I had no freaking idea. Okay. I tried to, I didn't want to put any kid stuff outside, because going with the fall theme is a little too cold, quote unquote, for them to be able to play outside or anything like that. So I then was going for some just like Starbucks type of lady. I don't know. I'm thinking of but the person who literally decorates inside and outside for fall. And you know who them people are, whether she's a Karen or not a Karen, she's somebody. I don't know. I wanted the outside to be very fall decorated and very cozy, very like a lot of plants, a crap ton of freaking pumpkins. Oh my god, I didn't even realize like how many pumpkins I did not have. I needed actually more CC of pumpkins because yeah, I didn't realize like the limited amount of pumpkins that I have. um Now we're getting on to like the fun part. This is the backyard. Okay, the front yard I didn't really do much. I changed up the columns a little bit. I got rid of all that grass, and yes, I love using that grass from like Sulani to make it look like a yard full of like like luscious grass and stuff like that. But it doesn't always work out when you're trying to take videos and screenshots, because half of it will load and then the other half won't. So I decided to completely get rid of that and act like the grass is like kind of like dying or dead. So that's why I just use like the regular like ground, because the texture pack or the mod terrain pack thingy mod thing, yeah, that I have, to me it makes it like the grass isn't like 100. It's not like it's dead. How do I don't know how to explain the words that I'm trying to like say. I don't know, it gives a different vibe there. The backyard, I was going to make it somewhat look like the front yard, well the front patio balcony, or yeah, patio. I was trying to have it like super fall themed and everything, but once I started getting here and then I found those chairs and I'm like, well, if she's some type of like upscale, like, oh, she can afford Starbucks every single day and she keeps a very nice house and all that stuff, then she should have a really nice backyard. But I didn't want to make like a modern style type of backyard, but I did, but then I didn't. So then I try to like have a happy medium of like, oh, this is a place that she can like just go out there and relax, and it's like luxurious or whatever. It's like your little like vacation spot from like in your home, if that makes sense. I don't know, like this is what I was going with. So I decided to make like this beautiful like little like glass like gazebo thing, and I put like these those curved like laying down like hammock chairs, and it just made a whole vibe in the backyard. Okay, I want this now in my house because it's that pretty. It just, it's something about like just being able to go out there and you're just surrounded by plants. And realistically, if this was mine, I would have like cans. That way, if I go out there, it would be like when it's raining. So then on the glass roof, you see the rain also hitting. But then like you have these little cans, like metal cans or like ceramic cans and stuff like that, like all around your backyard. So then when it rains, it's making like all these different sounds. And just to lay there, either with a book or tablet or computer or whatever you want to do when you're out there, to me just sets a whole entire vibe. Let me know if in the comments down below if like you're envisioning what like I'm envisioning and you're like, oh my god, that's so pretty, because I'm like, oh my god, this is so pretty. I wanted to make it look very overgrown, but like maintained at the same time. And I realized after I was editing the video that I didn't actually start it on the patio. I did the patio, obviously everything is all done. I just didn't record it, which my bad to that. I did still use the grass. I didn't use the same grass from Solani, but I did wanted this area in particular to be very overgrown and very grassy and very like with a lot of shrubs and all that stuff. So that's why I added the grass to this back section. But I overall I just made the backyard very cozy. You guys will see in the screenshots just right after of what I did to the actual like patio area. I didn't do much, obviously, because I put a dog in the front. I made just a little dog house in the back. They have like a little barbecue area and then a seating area, and that was pretty much it. I was gonna go into further much detail, actually, to set up like some type of event or something, hanging out in the backyard or just something like that, like I normally would. But I really wanted to just get this video posted. Like, it was extremely way past due in my opinion, so I didn't go into that much detail after I finished this. I kind of just took whatever I already had on the patio, added just a little bit more, added some plants, because I love plants. I don't know, is this a thing with you guys? Like, my whole entire kitchen is filled with plants. That's just how like my family grew up with, always having plants. Like, we have a window that just has like a long stretch of plants. So I don't know, let me know, did you grow up with like a crap ton of plants around your house? But we're actually at the end, and this is the end. I hope you guys enjoy the way that this house came out. I know I say this a lot, I personally do love it. I love all the houses that I build, all the creations that I come up with. This will be on Patreon, should hopefully fingers crossed be within like the next week. Normally when I post the short for it is when I'm going to try to have it on Patreon, so I will let you guys know when it is. And both of them are actually going to be on Patreon, so they're going to have the 2021 version, and then you're going to have the 2024 version, which is obviously this one. So yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.